Have you ever felt that tightness in your chest, that sensation that life is stubbornly refusing to flow? You know, like you're rowing against an invisible current, trying your hardest, but always ending up back in the same place. I know that feeling all too well. I spent years of my life feeling like that, lost in a labyrinth of frustrations and uncertainties. Until one day, I discovered something that completely changed my perspective, a universal law, a millenary principle that echoes through various esoteric traditions, from Western Hermetic wisdom to Eastern teachings about the interconnectedness of everything. That law is the law of correspondence. And believe me, it is much more powerful than you can imagine. If you are seeking a greater meaning in life, if you want to understand how to transform your challenges into opportunities and align yourself with the flow of the universe, get ready. We are going to embark together on a journey of self-discovery, where I will show you the secrets of the law of correspondence and how you can apply it in all areas of your life. Stay with me. Consider liking the video and saving it to your playlist to revisit whenever you need clarity. Follow the channel to continue this exploration with a vibrant community of spiritual seekers. Your participation not only strengthens our learning circle, but also expands this network of light and understanding. Why is it that some people seem to have such a fluid life, full of synchronicities and opportunities, while others constantly struggle against obstacles and difficulties? Have you ever stopped to think about that? The truth is that behind this apparent randomness, there is a powerful force in action, our own mind. Our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are like a magnet, attracting to our lives that which resonates with our inner energy. And I'm not talking about superficial positive thinking, but a deep understanding of how our internal reality manifests in the external world. As Hermes Trismegistus said, that which is below corresponds to that which is above, and that which is above corresponds to that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. That is the essence of the law of correspondence. Throughout the centuries, great spiritual masters, philosophers, and scientists have recognized the importance of this universal law. From the ancient Hermetic texts to the Buddhist teachings on the nature of the mind, the message is clear. We are the co-creators of our reality. And what if you could learn to master this law, to align your thoughts and emotions with your goals, to transform your challenges into opportunities, and to live a more full and meaningful life? That is what we are going to explore together in this video. Remember that at the beginning of our conversation, I told you about how our thoughts and emotions shape our reality. Well, now let's understand a little more deeply how this happens, unveiling the law of correspondence. This law reveals to us that there is a profound connection between all levels of our existence. Imagine that the universe is like a large web where each thread is interconnected. What happens at one point of this web inevitably affects all the others. Thus, what manifests in our inner world, our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, inevitably reflects in our outer world. This idea is not new. In the West, we find this wisdom in the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, the father of alchemy, who left us the famous maxim, as above, so below. As within, so without. Already in the East, this same truth echoes in the concept of Maya, which reminds us that the reality we perceive is just an illusion, a projection of our minds. The great key here is to realize that we are not separate from the world around us. We are an integral part of a much larger whole, and by understanding this connection, we can begin to use the law of correspondence consciously, transforming our lives and co-creating the reality we desire. This connection that we are exploring, this invisible web that unites everything, can be better understood by observing nature. Have you ever noticed how patterns are repeated on different scales? The shape of a galaxy mirrors that of a shell, The branching of a tree resembles the blood vessels of our body. This repetition of patterns is what we call fractals. Fractals are a visual representation of the law of correspondence, showing how as above, so below manifests in practice. The universe is a great hologram, where each part contains the whole, and this idea resonates both with Western sacred geometry, which seeks divine patterns in nature, and with the Eastern wisdom of chakras and nadis. The chakras, subtle energy, centers located along our spine, are like portals that connect our physical body with our mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. And the nadis, energy channels that run through our body, are like rivers that nourish these energy centers. By understanding how the chakras and nadis work, we can harmonize our inner energy and consequently transform our outer reality. Thus, the law of correspondence invites us to look inward and outward, to recognize the patterns that are repeated in all dimensions of our existence. By doing so, we can begin to unravel the secrets of the universe and align ourselves with its natural flow. If the universe is a hologram and each part reflects the whole, then we can say that it also functions as a mirror that reflects not only our physical image, but also our deepest thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Western psychology, with Jung's mirroring theory, helps us understand how we project aspects of ourselves onto others. What we admire or detest in others are often qualities that we recognize in ourselves, but are unwilling to admit. The Eastern philosophy of karma reminds us that we are responsible for everything that happens in our lives. Our actions, words, and thoughts generate consequences which return to us in some way, not as punishment, but as an opportunity for learning and evolution. By integrating these two perspectives, we can begin to see the universe as a partner in our process of self-knowledge. The people we attract into our lives, the situations we experience, the challenges we face, all of these are reflections of who we are and what we need to learn. Therefore, the next time you face a challenging situation, instead of blaming the world, stop and ask yourself, what is this situation showing me about myself? What lesson do I need to learn here? By taking responsibility for your life and opening yourself to learning, you are activating the power of the law of correspondence in your favor. And if the law of correspondence manifests at all levels of our existence, it is natural that it also influences our health. After all, our body, our mind, and our spirit are not separate entities, but interconnected parts of a complex system. Western mind-body medicine has already scientifically proven that our emotions and thoughts can directly affect our immune system, our blood pressure, and even our risk of developing chronic diseases. Stress, anxiety, and depression, for example, can weaken our defenses and make us more vulnerable to illness. Eastern energetic healing practices, such as Reiki and acupuncture, act on our energy field, seeking to balance our chakras and nadis, the energy channels that run through our body. By unblocking these channels, we can release repressed emotions, relieve pain, and promote healing. The great insight here is to understand that our health does not depend only on external factors, such as our diet and our lifestyle, but also on internal factors, such as our thoughts and our emotions. By taking care of our mind and our spirit, we are also taking care of our body. Therefore, if you want to have a healthier and more balanced life, start paying attention to your thoughts and emotions. Identify the negative patterns that are sabotaging you and seek to transform them. Practice meditation, yoga, Reiki, or any other technique that helps you connect with your essence and harmonize your inner energy. Remember, your health is a reflection of your inner state. Our relationships are like mirrors that show us who we really are. The people we attract into our lives, whether friends, family, or romantic partners, reflect aspects of ourselves, both positive and negative. Transpersonal analysis, an approach to Western psychology, helps us understand how we project our shadows, that is, the repressed aspects of our personality, onto others. What irritates or attracts us in someone often are characteristics that we do not recognize in ourselves. The Eastern view of the interdependent self reminds us that we are not isolated beings, but part of a web of relationships. Our actions and emotions affect the people around us and vice versa. We are all interdependent and are constantly influencing and being influenced by others. By combining these two perspectives, we can begin to see our relationships as opportunities for self-knowledge and growth. If you are having difficulties in a relationship, instead of blaming the other, stop and ask yourself, what is this person showing me about myself? What lesson do I need to learn here? Remember, your relationships are a reflection of your inner state. If you want to have healthier and more harmonious relationships, start working on yourself. Heal your emotional wounds, transform your negative patterns, and learn to love and accept yourself unconditionally. By doing so, you will attract people into your life who love and respect you for who you are. The universe is constantly communicating with us, sending messages through our environment and synchronicities, those seemingly coincidental events that happen meaningfully in our lives. Deep ecology reminds us that we are an integral part of the environment and that our health is directly linked to the health of the planet. The environment in which we live, whether our home, our work, or our city, reflects our inner state. A polluted, chaotic, and disorganized environment may indicate a state of stress, anxiety, and lack of mental clarity. The Eastern practice of Feng Shui teaches us to harmonize our environment, to organize our furniture, to choose the right colors, and to position objects that attract good energies. By applying the principles of Feng Shui, we can create a more balanced, prosperous, and welcoming environment that inspires us to live our maximum potential. Besides the environment, synchronicities are also important messages from the universe. When you start paying attention to the signs, symbols, and patterns that are repeated in your life, you realize that nothing happens by chance. Every encounter, every opportunity, every challenge has a greater purpose. Therefore, be attentive to your environment and the synchronicities that happen in your life. Interpret them as messages from the universe, which guide you on your path of self-knowledge and evolution. Remember, the universe is always conspiring in your favor. So far, we have explored the theory behind the law of correspondence. But how can we put it into practice in our daily lives? How can we master this law and use it to create the life we want? The answer is simple: aligning our thoughts and emotions. When our thoughts, emotions, and actions are in harmony, our energy becomes more powerful, and we attract into our lives what we desire. For this, we can use various techniques which combine Western and Eastern wisdom. Neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, for example, is a powerful tool that helps us reprogram our thought patterns and create new beliefs. With NLP, we can identify our limiting thoughts and replace them with more positive and empowering thoughts. Eastern mindfulness practices, such as meditation and mindfulness, help us develop our ability to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to distance ourselves from our thoughts and emotions, not to identify with them, and to choose consciously how we want to react to each situation. By integrating NLP with mindfulness, we can create a powerful combination of techniques that help us master the law of correspondence and manifest our dreams. Remember, the power is in your hands. In addition to NLP and mindfulness, there are other simple and powerful techniques that can help us align our thoughts and emotions and activate the law of correspondence in our lives. Two of them are gratitude and visualization. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions we can experience. When we are grateful for what we have, we attract more good things into our lives. Practicing gratitude daily, whether writing in a journal or simply thanking mentally for the good things that happen to us, can transform our perspective and open us to new opportunities. Visualization is a technique that consists of creating vivid and detailed mental images of what we want to manifest in our lives. By visualizing our dreams as if they were already reality, we are sending a clear message to the universe and activating the power of the law of attraction. To practice visualization effectively, find a quiet place where you can relax and concentrate. Close your eyes and imagine your dream becoming reality. See the details, feel the emotions, hear the sounds. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the more powerful its effect. Remember, gratitude and visualization are powerful tools that can help you align your thoughts and emotions and manifest your dreams. Use them wisely, and you will see your life transform. You know, in the previous topic we talked about the importance of aligning our thoughts and emotions to master the law of correspondence. And one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal to do this is creative visualization. I have always been a very visual person. Since childhood, I love to imagine fantastic worlds and get lost in my own thoughts. But it was only when I discovered the power of creative visualization that I realized how much our mind can influence our reality. Creative visualization is like a mental rehearsal. It's like we're creating a movie in our minds, where we are the protagonists and everything happens exactly the way we want. And the more details we add to that film, the more real it becomes. This technique is not exclusive to the West. In the East, the practice of intention, present in various Buddhist traditions, teaches us to direct our mind to what we want to manifest. It's as if we are planting a seed in our subconscious, which over time will germinate and manifest in our reality. I usually say that creative visualization is like a GPS for the universe. It helps us chart the route to our dreams and follow towards them with confidence and determination. But for it to work, you have to practice it regularly and above all, believe in its power. Just like visualization, the words we choose to use have enormous power to shape our reality. I've always been fascinated by the way language can influence our thoughts, our emotions, and even our actions. And that's when I discovered positive affirmations. Positive affirmations are like modern mantras. They are short and powerful phrases that we repeat to ourselves with the goal of reprogramming our subconscious mind. It's as if we're planting seeds of positive thoughts within us, which over time will blossom and manifest in our lives. Positive psychology, which is a field of study that seeks to understand what makes people thrive, has proven the benefits of positive affirmations. They can increase our self-esteem, reduce our stress, and improve our performance in various areas of life. And this wisdom is not new. In the East, mantras have been used for thousands of years to calm the mind, elevate consciousness, and manifest our desires. The difference is that instead of using words in Sanskrit, as in traditional mantras, we can use words in our own language, which resonate with our inner truth. I learned to create my own positive affirmations and repeat them every day. And I can tell you that it made a huge difference in my life. I began to feel more confident, more motivated, and more positive about the future. And over time, the things I affirmed began to manifest in my reality. Therefore, I invite you to experience the power of positive affirmations. Choose some phrases that inspire and motivate you and repeat them every day with faith and conviction. You will be surprised by the results. Of all the tools I've ever experimented with to transform my life, meditation and introspection are, without a doubt, the most powerful. They have helped me to connect with my essence, to understand my patterns of behavior, and to transform my thoughts and emotions. Meditation is like a bath for the mind. It helps us calm the whirlwind of thoughts that assails us daily and to connect with our inner silence. And by meditating regularly, we begin to develop a greater awareness of ourselves and the world around us. Introspection, in turn, is like a journey into ourselves. It is a process of self-analysis that allows us to identify our negative patterns, our limiting beliefs, and our emotional wounds. And by understanding the origins of these patterns, we can begin to transform them. Western psychotherapy, with its various approaches, can be a valuable tool to help us in this process of introspection. A good therapist can guide us in exploring our past, help us identify our traumas, and develop strategies to deal with our difficulties. And this search for self-knowledge is not exclusive to the West. In the East, Vipassana meditation, for example, teaches us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, to develop greater mental clarity, and to cultivate compassion for ourselves and others. Therefore, try to reserve some time for silence and reflection. Explore the depths of your mind with curiosity and gentleness. Allow yourself to feel, observe, and learn from your own experience. By doing this, you will be opening the doors for a deep and lasting transformation. And now that we have reached the end of our journey, you must be asking yourself, okay, I understood the theory, but how do I put all this into practice in my daily life? The truth is that integrating the law of correspondence into our routine is simpler than it seems. I usually say that it's like learning a new language. At first, it may seem complicated and confusing, but with constant practice, the words and phrases begin to make sense and flow naturally. And over time, you become fluent in this new language and start using it to communicate with the world in a completely new way. With the law of correspondence, it's the same thing. At first, you may feel a little lost and insecure, but with constant practice, you will begin to notice how this law manifests in all areas of your life. And by becoming aware of this connection, you can use it in your favor to create the life you have always dreamed of. For example, how about starting your day with a gratitude ritual? Take a few minutes to thank you for everything you have in your life, from the simplest to the most important things. This will help you start the day with a positive attitude and attract more good things into your life. Or how about creating a sacred space in your home, a place where you can connect with your essence and meditate in peace? Decorate this space with objects that inspire you and bring you joy, and use it as a refuge in times of stress and anxiety. And how about paying more attention to the synchronicities that happen in your life? Be open to the signs and messages that the universe sends you and trust your intuition to interpret them. Remember, the law of correspondence is always in action, whether we are aware of it or not. But by becoming aware of this law and learning to use it in our favor, we can transform our lives extraordinarily. And so, we have reached the end of our journey exploring the law of correspondence. I hope this conversation has inspired you to look within yourself, to connect with your essence, and to discover the power you have to transform your life. Remember, you are the co-creator of your reality. Your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions shape your destiny. And by becoming aware of this truth, you can begin to use the law of correspondence in your favor to create the life you have always dreamed of. And to help you on this journey, how about starting to practice gratitude daily? How about taking a few moments to repeat phrases that strengthen and inspire you? And how about visualizing, with details and emotion, your dreams becoming reality? And, above all, do not forget, as above, so below. As within, so without. May this law be the compass that guides you on your journey of self-discovery, showing you the way to manifest your highest vision. And now, I invite you to share here in the comments, what was the biggest realization that fell on you while watching this video? How do you intend to use the law of correspondence to transform your life? And if you felt that this video touched you in some way, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to not miss the next content. Until next time. Thank you for watching this video. Now it's your turn to share. Where are you watching this video from? What would you like to see in the next videos? Leave your comment below. Wherever your journey has taken you so far, it is time to connect with each other. And remember, true wisdom comes from within. Always stay connected to your essence.